Okay, here we are with another game over on panda.net. This time we don't have a live game. I was in the middle of doing something when I got challenged and I didn't have time to set up for recording. So this was actually a game against someone who was ranked 15k, so we had a 2-stone handicap. So they started by playing in the corner, so I took the final corner. They approached, I did a kicking move, or is this is a kick, right? A shoulder hit would be from the outside. A kick is from the well, so like a kick is a lower hit. A shoulder bump would be higher, if I remember correctly. So they extend, I block. They turn, tiger's mouth. They extend. I do a knight's move off of their stone, just kind of trying to reduce their corner there. An approach move. They ignore me. I block the liberty. They take the side. I make a base on the side. They work towards really solidifying this is their territory. I take a side. They approach. I block on the second line. They go down. I take the final side. And here's where we start getting to the middle game because they push towards the side they're trying to hit the corner. I block. They hane. I do the cut. They extend, so I hane. They hane. I descend, and they follow, and then I get the Atari, and the Atari, they put me into Atari, so I capture, and then they connect to prevent the cut. So now we've not only captured these 4 stones, but we've really secured this corner here, and now we're working towards securing this side as ours. Our opponent plays on the first line for some reason. I really don't know why they would play there. So we do a 2-space jump towards the center. They approach the corner. We kick. They push, block, turn, tiger's mouth. They extend. Knight's move to go more towards the center. 1-point jump. I do my own 1-point jump. They push. We block. They decide to turn. We extend. Extend, extend. He goes after that stone. And, I could have played away. I could have let him take this 1 stone and like the lower part of this corner, but I wanted to secure the corner, so I just connected. And then the tiger's mouth to protect the cutting point. He does the 1-space jump there. I connect under. He decided to extend there. I really thought he was going to... I was expecting him to cut here, and then maybe something like this exchange could have happened. And yes, he would have got a little bit of territory along the bottom here. But I think that even in a situation like this, we'd probably be in a good spot. But that's not what happened. He pushed there, so we just push under. He went for the hane, of course, so tiger's mouth to defend the cutting point. We follow along the bottom. He extends once more than I do. The diagonal, he attaches, so we just start pushing up towards the center. And after the 4th stone, I play away to try and get some eye space here to make sure this group is alive. We get the tiger's mouth, and we play away, not only trying to build some territory at the top, but threatening to push into their side here and just get rid of this area of territory that they have. They attack that stone. I could have let that one lit. No, I could have let him take that one. I could have played anywhere else. This was really a small move. Wasn't passive because it does secure my stone and help build my territory. He Hanes, I Hane back. We get into an extension match. I go ahead and play the 1 point jump from my stone up there, just building up more territory in the top. Because I didn't care if he did this Hane here. I block. He pushes through, I block. He connects there. And now that stone that we put off into the side there is really helping us. Because we do have this wall here, we could have made a further jump. We probably could have jumped here, but I was not comfortable with that jump, so I just did the 1 point jump from these stones, a 2 point jump from this one. I could have pushed further. It it might not have worked out, but I could have, because if I had played here and he played there, I guess I could have Haned. He probably would have pushed down. I would have connected here, and then if he plays here, I would just play here to threaten. No, actually, let's just go ahead and play out how I think things could have went. He would probably block there to keep us from pushing into the corner, and then we could just connect. Or maybe after I play here, he would play this, and then... Actually, I wouldn't even need to play that. I could just capture outright. So yeah, I could have pushed further, but I played a little more conservatively. He connects under, so I Hane, he pushes, I block the cutting point, he Hanes, I extend, I make the connection there. Now, instead of playing here, I could have done that forcing move first, and we would have been in a very similar position anyway to what happens. Alright, so when he plays there, we're not feeling threatened, so we threaten to cut these stones. And he blocks there. This area is very much alive. I didn't need to worry about it right now, so now I'm just trying to build some more territory up here on the upper side of the board. And, he let me get this 3-stone wall here that's connected to this one. It's not exactly, this right here, keeps it from being an exact bamboo joint, but it's pretty much a bamboo joint. And I felt safe here because if he tried to cut, what's he going to do? So I did feel safe just playing away, trying to connect this side up with here. Now, I do block his push, and I block that push. I go for the double Hane here, because even if he tried cutting... Again, we wouldn't even need to connect there. We could just play this, or if after we play there, he did this, just push, and now these stones are still trapped. So the double Hane was not anything we needed to worry about. I ignore that stone, because if he had just done something like that, or, if we didn't have him play there, if he just plays here, then he would probably block here, and then we can still do this. But they blocked there, which let us play there. And he gets a little territory at the top, but, it's 3 points. Not very much territory there. He probably knows that I want to connect this group up with this group, so he does block my path a little. So I connect. I was expecting him to go for the Hane, and then I could have cut, and then he probably would have Hane'd here. I'd do that. And yeah, he would get a little bit of territory here, but this area would be super secure. But instead, he pushed down, so I pushed down. And I don't need to worry about this cutting point, because if he cuts, well, this is a tiger's mouth, and if he plays here... So I felt comfortable leaving that cutting point. And he seemed to understand that it wasn't worth much, so he played away. I Hane, he connects there, I make an I. We force him to have to make the connection here. And then I was trying to threaten playing a blackstone here to get him to play a stone here. He didn't fall for it. I keep him from pushing further in. Surprisingly, he did not connect here. Instead, he went to put that stone into Atari, so I just connect up the groups. He plays there, so I just make the connection, just securing my territory because we're in the end game. That 1 point probably didn't matter, but, it wasn't a terrible move. He plays there to just gain some extra territory. And did I actually need to block there? Let's see now. And then... No, I didn't. I did not need to make that block. Okay, so... Passive move, I blocked the connection I didn't need to block. He tries to push in. We get our double bamboo joint. We get everything connected up there. We finish up the borders. And then that's the game. And when we look at the estimated score, 35.5 points. Even, honestly, I think this was one of my better games I've played. It was a two-stone handicap match, so if the handicap hadn't been there, who knows how things might have changed, but honestly, again, this was probably one of my favorite games that I've played recently. I think I did really good, but what do you think? And of course, the link to the game will be in the description, because I can do that now. I love that. And if you want to leave any comments on the game afterwards, feel free to do it. I honestly would love any sort of feedback I can get. Until next time.